thunderstorm, and the castle became uninhabitable at that time. The oldest part of the castle is they thought she was an old witch because she was a recluse. She very rarely left the castle, and it was believed that she had over 300 cats living in the castle with her. So a lot of people thought she was an old witch, which was a bit harsh. Well, let's grab a couple of photographs. So this is Cairngorms Castle here. As I say, it was a military establishment for quite some time. Towards further into the Highlands, we can see the mountainous area is completely different from the lowlands, which is a very flat and open landscape. Now, Cairngorms Castle was used as a long time as a military base for a period of time. It was one of the first military bases that the British Army had up here in Scotland. And the castle grew in size because of the amount of troops that were being sent up into the area. They were coming into this area here, they were acclimatising themselves to the Highland mountains and the weather conditions that we have here before going further north up towards Fort William, which for a long time was the most northerly military base that the British Army had here in Scotland. It was established in 1688. So troops would come here first to Cairngorms, get used to the surroundings, the mountainous region, and also the climate, and then they would be sent forward up to the north to Fort William.
So this is the view around. Behind me some a statue of a soldier or patriot, and here have the Inverary village. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's almost 10:40, I believe 10:50 in the morning. Still we have long day ahead and walk around and go to the tour. But the tour will be carrying almost 70 to 80% in the bus only, tour van only. And but only the few places we will be going down, because it's only all about the history, and the tour guide is already, during the driving, he's already telling us about the history of the Scotland and whatever places he's bringing us, showing us the history also as well. We are stopping here for only 20 minutes, and later we will be going back to other place. And the view is really how they have shown in the Hollywood movies about the Scotland, like Braveheart, and shown around the country of Scotland. The view is really incredible and nice. Different types of lowlands and highlands, and every time like 1 kilometer or few miles you go away right, and you will find the different type of structure of the mountains and the land. It's really amazing to watch in a real life rather than just only watching in a movie or in a TV. I'm a little bit cold here, and the rain also a little bit falling, and it's really foggy since this morning. So see the view behind me. So I did a little bit walk around near the village, and it's really amazing and beautiful. Since the centuries it has been built like this, and since the people maintained their heritage and culture in the same way. It's a little bit cold here, and hard to, my lens is getting. So behind me is a Inverary Inn, and this is the village around. Other side, before we went, that was the castle built there. all the village is colored in a white color. So many shops around and galleries also. It's really cold and breezing here. So behind me is Inverary jail. So you have to buy the ticket to go inside. I'm not going inside since only have 20 minutes to walk around and see the village. So now I am walking around the historic jail here in the street. Organic space. So we are stopping here at the third stop to look around the village, and this is the view behind me. The sea, mountains, as we seen in some of the Scotland movies in the Hollywood, they have shown all the highlands and the lowlands here. It's still a little bit raining, and it would be a more nice view if there is no rain here. This type of like places is hard to explore within just a one-day tour. So like we are stopping here for 20 minutes only, and to see around in 20 minutes little bit difficult. But how much I can see and visit, let me see around. So the tour is really nice, and the castle also very beautiful. It's been there for centuries. Lot of sheeps behind me grazing in the grass. If you want to go inside the castle, there is a ticketing office. I believe there is some entrance fees also. See the sound. So see the view behind me. So this is our third stop, and we are here in the castle, in front of the castle. The other side there is some sheeps grazing in the grass. And the castle is really beautiful and amazing. It's here for centuries, and still the beauty of it's still standing and maintained. That is our van there. So we are here only for a few minutes, then going to the next stop. Let's go ahead and find out. This is our third stop, and we are here in the castle. Let me go ahead and show you. The view is really amazing and incredible.
bridge here, you look off to the right, you will see the castle very clearly. Time was the centre for the judiciary or the court system here in the west of Scotland, because the Duke of Argyll for a period of time was the highest law lord in Scotland, and he was the highest judge, and he was so powerful that he would go all over the country hearing cases. If you wanted him to adjudicate over a case, of Inveraray on the coastline, they moved the village away from the area where the castle now is, and if you look through the trees round about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, well 9 o'clock, you see the castle amongst the trees. But we'll make our way right round there, and as we make our way over that bridge that you see in front of the castle, you'll get an excellent view of the castle. Loch Fyne is world famous for its smoked salmon. Loch Fyne was one of the very first places who pioneered fish farming off the shores here in Scotland. It then grew into be a massive big industry for us. They then diversified into shellfish farming. Although they still do a lot of shellfish farming here, they still do their salmon, they have their salmon farms here as well. The last building to the left began its life off just as a small cabin where they smoked the salmon, but over the years it's grown into be a bigger business obviously, and they still have the smokehouse, but they also have a restaurant and things like that all there as well. The unfortunate thing is they don't allow you into the smokehouse to see how the process happens.
So we are here at the second stop, and see the view behind me.
You would be thankful they made it this far. So therefore this is now affectionately known as the Rest and Be Thanked. It closes the road for a period of time. Now in days gone by, as I say, it was a military road that was built here. The military supply trains would be heading to Inveraray, and when the military supply trains made their way up the incline here to this little place here, we can't do it on the right hand side, because unfortunately on the right, up here in this mountainous region of the Highlands, there is still a lot of volcanic activity. There is still movement within the granite stone. We do have earthquakes, we do have tremors, but they're not very severe, which any structural damage can happen. But what they do, especially off to the right here, it makes the landscape on the right very unstable, hence the reason for the nettings at the side of the road to get out of the glen at the top, because it's a very steep incline. So this road was introduced to take us up the side of the mountains, a lot more progressive slope, where it made it a lot easier for that. Vehicles were getting bigger. People weren't just using horse and carts to transport goods. The glen ahead of us. But in the 1960s, this road was constructed. So this is celebrated each year. So the Viking culture has been kept as well here in Scotland. Loch Long is a very, very deep loch, and that allows the submarines to enter and leave the base underwater. That way you don't see them. This area all around us here but they disappear for a while and never come back, and lots of people will say that the Vikings disappeared to another. Now in English, once it's translated into English, and because of English grammar, we don't say across to carry, we say carry across. So Biet Tar then becomes Tar Biet. Tarbet, the name of the village, to carry your boat from one body of water to another. Now the Vikings did have a big influence in Scotland, in the north and all around the coastline. A lot of the islands have retained their Viking names, because the Vikings from the 9th century had massive control throughout the coastline of Scotland and the small islands off the west coast up until 1263, up until the 13th century. So for over 400 years the Vikings had a big influence. Eventually when the Vikings lost their influence and they were defeated at the back, and from there they would take the River Leven, which would take them out to Dumbarton Rock and the River Clyde, which would allow them to go back out to the open sea from there. So that's how the Vikings would make their way round. The expression Biet Tar, as I said, once translated, place the boat back in the water in Loch Lomond and then sail around the banks of Loch Lomond, attacking the settlements there. Because we are now heading for the village of Arica, which is at the head of one of our tidal